fights dahil yun yung paulit-ulit na nilalaban sa kanila nitong Team Liquid Philippines. So the idea for ONIC is this. Is it finally time to ban the Baksha out at magpunta tayo dun sa Suyu Harley scenario? Or is ONIC still willing to do that? Magpapalit pa tayo ng sides? It's not gonna be the case. Pero yung Baksha ay bukas pa rin. What's gonna be the answer now?
And I think on top of that question na kung hahayaan pa rin ba ng ONIC na ma-open yung Baksha first pick for Liquid is also, are they willing to somehow change what has not been working for them in the past 2 games? Kasi I believe they've been trying to make use of the Cho for 2 games in a row, but we've had people share split opinions regarding the Cho in the current meta, and at least based on this game, we're not really able to see them utilize it to its best potential in terms of picking up the pace. But it's a surprise. It's Liquid who actually decide to take out the Baksha.
Okay, so the idea is again open ang Suyu at ang Harley for both of the teams. That might be the trade that Team Liquid Philippines is willing to go for. Kadalasan ang pinipili nila is the Harley depending on the idea that they want to go for. Even the Eve, Hylos, yun yung mga susunod na picks that would come up for that mid duo to finally come into play as they roam around the map. So this might be some room para sa ONIC Philippines na magkaroon si King Kong ng hero that can do maximum amount of damage at kahit papano meron din siya paraan para makaalis, because with the use of the Leomord na nakita natin kanina, it didn't really work so well pagdating ng mga extended team fights.
Okay, and there's a chance we also see the focus again on the other side, but rather than the Suyu Harley, this is something they've done yesterday as well. It's the Prio on the Claude, and as expected, Jusin finally makes an appearance in the series alongside the Paquito. But this, I guess, is one of my biggest worries because Jusin is commonly something countered by an Eve. And Eve is still available for Liquid, and it has been the priority for Sanji for their past few games.
And I also have to add that Teddy in this current season is 15-0 pagdating sa paggamit ng Claude. So this is a player that really knows the mechanics of this hero. Although in terms of comfort, I feel like there's more to do now for ONIC Philippines just because they have the Zushin on their side. A while ago, we saw the Valentina getting picked up but only copying the Alecto final blow for mobility purposes. Now, they're not gonna have that problem anymore. And an extra damage coming out from Kirk.
Okay, that's the Leomord. Already picked up by Liquid, but they don't get the Eve. It's actually the Valentina this time for Sanji.
Okay, I see it. This is them probably anticipating na merong big ticket ultimate na makukuha ang TLPH dito with Onyx Red 3. So they're probably just waiting for that.
Also,
I'm wondering how it's gonna be, right? Because again, kung sisilipin mo, may chances na mag-pick sila kagad ng gold laner dito or maybe something else since there's still a lot of heroes open.
And this is something na Coach Etomax shared to us. You really don't want to use the Leomord if you know that there's a potential Valentina on the other side. But there's a chance kasi na, yes, it still gets picked up. But I don't think it would have been as much of a prio considering that the Jusin was already revealed and you already have a Paquito. So this is just Liquid really being decisive. It's not in any way preventing problems for the Leomord. Talagang ito lang yung gusto nilang kuhain na mid lane pick. And now you see the Suyo revealed for ONIC. This is something I like kasi instead of a Red 3 Cho showing up, now it's a more proactive decision from ONIC, I feel, to just lock in the Suyo as their jungler.
Yeah, this is the same decisiveness na ipinapakita sa atin ng parehas na teams. Specifically for ONIC, medyo dinelay nila ngayon yung hero na pwedeng gamitin itong si Brusco because there's still a ton more heroes that are available during this second banning and drafting stage. So, same scenario gaya nung nakita natin nung game number 2. They've also banned out the Hylos. So JP is gonna have to think of something else here. Maybe a gatot para ma-force lang yung iba sa mga members dito na mag-team fight talaga in certain situations na ayaw. Or there may be a Khalid or a glue that could be opened here for both of the teams depending on what it's gonna be like for them moving forward.
Yeah, a roamer definitely with mobility and at the same time, that revitalized, that can be packed in, though it has been a trend for ONIC as well, especially heading into the second phase of the bans. Now that Liquid has mostly been reserving their roamer for second phase, na yung mga natitirang magandang revitalized heroes talaga, tinatanggal na lang nila. So, let's say if they still opt to even deny the Gatot Kacha for JP in this scenario, kasi majority talaga ng mga high prio na roamers natin, never nang nahawakan itong dalawa. Even the Kalea for Brusco, hindi na natin nakita. But instead, it's gonna be an Alice taken out by ONIC.
Yeah, there's a split na ginawa ng ONIC PH in terms of the second phase. It's a hero targeted for both Sanford and JP. Sanford has been used to a lot of damage-dealing XP laners all throughout the series. Kahit nga yung kahapon, di ba, nakita din natin na ganun yung mga klase ng heroes na ginagamit niya. So, it might be a direction that they're gonna go for. But considering that TLPH needs a bit more of front line to go for, Alice definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So now you really wonder if JP will be getting his hands on a really reliable, tanky, revitalized, or any kind of frontline hero to compensate for the lack of which na binanggit mo ngayon lang. And if that's enough to make room for Sanford to still go for those typical damage XP laners in terms of etong matchup with the Pakito especially. Kasi we've seen it. Previously, parang ito rin yung plan ng Liquid all along to just really match a Pakito in lane and to make sure that they're capable of delivering the same through the Benedetta XP lane. But this is a change na we've been waiting and wanting to see from ONIC. Finally picking up a different roamer, a Khalid to be exact.
Pero ito ang classic mula sa TLPH. Picking up the Yuzhong. Ito yung mga feel-good picks eh. Usually coming out of Sanford. Now JP. There's a lot of heroes na tila ba nawala. The Marcel, the Kalea, the Hylos has already been taken out. That is some of the initiators na pwede nating makita. Hilda might be a choice, but the Gatot Kacha would obviously be an option for them. Full-on engage ang gustong gawin ng TLPH.
Okay, now it's very crucial. Now we see what Savero actually picks up for the team. In terms of yung mga signature gold lane picks niya, available pa naman karamihan, but what would you rather play into this lineup? You're going up against a Yuzhong, you're going up against a Claude. There's so much dive from Liquid. You might want to pick a safer option and one that can definitely keep you secure in terms of mobility. The Yusun is still there. The Harith is gone.
Yun yung mga pandiinan kasi ni Savero eh. It's still undefeated. You put it into the test. And kapag medyo nababa ka na sa corner.
But you could say the same for etong Claude.
Correct.
Ni Teddy.
Isipin mo, merong malalagasan. So they're just gonna stick with Moskov. The plan is to go the long lane. Kung ikaw si Savero and ONIC PH, wait for that Moskov to finally pop off. Meanwhile, for Team Liquid Philippines, this has been standard from what they've showed all throughout the regular season. So both teams, they've had some better drafts. ONIC finally picking up a hero that could deal some CC. So this is going to be an interesting game number 3.
It is, and we are all looking forward to see it. Once again, paalala lang, this is match point for Liquid. San Juan Arena, mag-ingay! Casters, let's get into game number 3.
At papasok na nga tayo sa Land of Dawn when what could be the last game of this golden rivalry sa upper bracket of finals. Makakatagal pa ba ang ONIC Philippines o tatapusin na ba ito ng Team Liquid? Makikita natin yan sa pagpasok natin sa Land of Dawn. Isang panalo na lang ang kailangan ng Liquid para ma-secure ang ticket to Paris.
There was that last pick, Moskov, na for the very first time nakaramdam ako ng utter disappointment sa ating arena. Alam mo, legit, kung hindi man ito narinig sa live, guys, yung mga tao dito sa arena parang kasi parang lahat nag-expect nung Yisun Shin last pick. But when I was thinking about the draft para dito sa ONIC Philippines, I felt na masaya at nakaka-hype nga talaga Yisun Shin. At the same time, hirap siya dito sa lineup ng TLPH. So I think that it all, in general, maganda naman itong Moskov last pick coming out from ONIC Philippines.
Tsaka ang hirap din talaga mag-Yisun Shin against si Gatot Kacha. Kapag na-timingan ka ng walang traceless, listado ka na. Uy, teka, Petri, ay agad!
May pagsabayan ka agad sila. Si Kirk ang unang tutumba. Si JP naman maaaring maging kapalit. Pero the Revitalize will save JP and walang trade na magaganap. Another beautiful start para sa Team Liquid Philippines.
A level 2 Petrify play mula dito sa Team Liquid. Pero mukhang malulugi ata si Teddy!
At yun naman ang napakagandang bawi para sa ONIC Philippines dahil gold later ang kanilang napatumba.
Yep, a difference sa paglalaro ng isang Suyo versus the Leomord. That's why I really like when active players play this Suyo. Ang bilis sila makaikot. At kanina kung si King Kong ay medyo atrasado sa mga ginagawa ng TLPH, this time with the Suyo, nakaikot agad siya that will give a kill for ONIC.
Oo, tsaka crucial kill yun. No? Gold lane matchup pa talaga yung nabigyan niya. And nonetheless, kahit na napunta ang kill dito sa jungle, it could either go mapunta man kay King Kong o sa Verog. Masaya ang ONIC Philippines sa resultang ganon. At sa ngayon, ONIC Philippines mukhang magpapadala ng maraming miyembro around this Turtle Pit. Team Liquid Philippines ay nariyan din naman. Pero lamang sa numero ang kupunan ng Super Fam.
Napakaganda ng pwestuhan na magmumula dito sa two teams natin. Brusco and JP agad na maglalaro ng tug of war, pero si Carl Tizzy ang mas malapit. King Kong right now, nag-aabang lang din, pero the Black Dragon form na magmumula kay Sanford. Aabot pa ba si King Kong, pero hindi na siya makakalapit pa. Ang ganda ng pag-secure ng Team Liquid Philippines. Ang objective na to, and for ONIC Philippines, mukhang hindi yun yung pinaplano nila.
Oh yeah, that's the first hurdle secured para sa Team Liquid Philippines. And ito rin yung nakita natin kanina mula sa TL. Yung objective control ay talagang praktisado ng Cavalry.
Yeah. Nakita din natin yung pagkagamit nila ng Yuzong na El Clasico na laging may kakaibang timing na sila lang yung nakakaintindi. Minsan, sobrang instant nga. Parang unang hampas nila sa Turtle, sabay na sabay si Carl, tsaka si Sanford na magpapop ng ulti. Minsan, dinitili na lang konting ng 1 second, but that right moment, you can see the masterclass mula sa TLPH, and now they are able to execute with this Yuzong.
Oo, yung Petrify threat din kasi. Carl TC poking Super Prince, bagya lamang. And itong Petrify na hawak ni Sanford ay isa sa mga masasabi kong X-Factor ng Team Liquid Philippines during this early to the mid-game phase time. Wala naman masyadong nag-expect na bigla kang masastan mula sa mga ganitong klaseng hero.
Oh, did see kanina kung paano niya pinanish si Kirk, getting the first blood in favor of TLPH. And we'll see kung paano nila i-utilize itong isang Leomord. And I would think para sa TLPH na meron silang Claude na ito lang yung pinaka-anti-Moskov nila dito sa lineup, but overall yung 4 heroes nila wants to group up together, which can be good in the neutral objective teamfights, pero in general, pag nag-late game, ang ONIC Philippines ang magkakaroon ng mas malaking positional advantage dahil sa mga heroes nila.
Still anybody's ball game. 4 minutes in. Napakaliit lamang ng lamang ng Team Liquid Philippines at nag-aatay pa tayo ng 20 segundos bago lumabas ang pangalawang pagong. Ang huling pagong ay nasecure ng Team Liquid Philippines ng napakalupit na retry mula dito kay Carl Tizzy. And so far, wala pa namang nadadagdagan na aksyon at napasa ata ng Apex Predator na may dalawang nag-aabang sa kanya.
Napakaganda nung prediction na yon na nagmula kay King Kong. Alam niya na nandun si Sanford, pero nandun sa dulo ng bush. So hindi naman talaga aabutan basta-basta. And yung mga tipis na ganun, alam mo na yung ego nandyan.
Meron talaga. Nararamdaman natin yan. ONIC, they are actually calling Savero in. Hindi nila nadamay dito sa may Turtle at may plano pa akyat. Doon kay Savero, doon kay Teddy na naman.
May SOD access din dito si Savero kung sakaling gusto nilang lumaban dito sa may bandang ibaba. Uy, wait lang Sanford. Half HP already. May Black Dragon for bababa ata para lumaban.
Pero siya ay mapapa-shove away na lang din. Pero balik pa rin mula doon sa exit. At buhay pa rin si Apex Predator. May pagong ka na. May kill ka pa kay Kirk. Napakaganda ng ipinapakita dito ng Team Liquid Philippines.
Minsan iniisip ko hindi pa ba aalis tong dragon na to? Low HP ka na. Ano bang iniintay mo? May chance ka nang umalis.
Oo, may ramdam ko yung paggulat mo doon. Kasi kahit ako, iniisip ko bakit palalaban ni Sanford. Yun pala, na-practice nila na todo na nandun si JP. Merong connection siguro dito yung mga members ng TLPH. Sila lang yung nakakaintindi. Maybe they've experienced this in scrims many times na kapag nag-dive si Sanford, as long as makapag-Petri at AOG ka, mababalik yung buhay with the Sha Essence, and that's exactly what happened. Bumabad na matagal itong si Sanford to eventually force ONIC to commit on him, tapos meron ka palang AOG Revitalize na liligtas sa'yo.
Noong may bago na naman atang mauuso na pinakita ang Team Liquid Philippines. I'd have to say na kahit ba sabihin natin kailangan talaga ng communication ng ganong klaseng combo, it's highly executable sa mga RG din na pwede nating makita sa Pilipinas.
Parang pwede na natin itry yan.
Kaya nga parang gusto ko na tuloy mag-knock-in ng Yuzong mamayang gabi. Pero again, nandito pa rin tayo sa Golden Rivalry. Hunter Strike secured para dito sa Pakito. And so far, nag-aabang pa rin ang power spike ang ONIC Philippines at nakakalumang na nga ang Team Liquid Philippines ng halos 2,000. SOD na gamit ni Savero.
May pagsabayan sila. Blazy Duet ang na magpumula dito kay Teddy. Super Prince sa magiging X-Factor. Pero hindi niya mahahawakan si Teddy. AOG na magmumula ako kay JP. Maring siya nga yung magiging casualty. Revitalize. Will it be enough? May buwat silang inaabangan pero buhay pa rin si Daddy JP. Kanina pa nila sinusubukang bigyan ng paulit-ulit. Pero Torre lang ang kanilang masesecure at yung mid lane turret pa nila ang magiging delikado. I don't think that is gonna be worth it for the side of ONIC. Lamang na lamang ang Team Liquid doon.
It's never worth it na mag-dive para kay Daddy JP. And every time na hawak niya yung Gatot Kacha, ang gusto talagang itawag sa kanya is the Unbreakable. Yung second skill ng isang Gatot Kacha ay talagang minanifest niya sa kanyang sarili. At embodying the unbreakable aspect na nagiging problema ng mga teams. Minsan yung AOG yung ginagamit niya pang out. Minsan yung kaltok, minsan yung dash, sobrang kabisado ang Gatot Kacha to the point na yung ONIC na wala ng control dun sa top lane, pati dun sa mid lane, and just like that, 1,000 ahead ang TLPH.
And speaking of patterns here coming in from Team Liquid Philippines, naghahanap sila ngayon si Bruce. Ako mabibigyan!
Napakakunat na ng isang kalit pero siya ay nakakaramdam mula doon sa damage ng Phantom Steed. And Avatar of the Guardian hindi matutuloy. Si Kirk naman na maaari ditong mabigyan dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin ng Team Liquid Philippines sa pag-punish ng members ng ONIC PH.
Oo, at mukhang si Super Prince ang sunod na bibigyan. Sadyang dumudugo lamang ang Team Liquid Philippines. AOG magagamit ni JP.
Wow.
Secure the purple buff para kay Carl. At successful ang invade ng Team Liquid Philippines. At matanong ko lang, Wolf, may napapansin. Teka lang, may laban dito sa taas. Savero, tumama SO. Ha?
Huh?
Okay lang, respect flicker. Okay.
Respect lang,
Respect lang.
Minsan talaga ay nasosobrahan tayo sa kape. At, ang TLPH eventually ay nakakapag-control na ngayon ng river natin na napaka-crucial palagi na pag-take ng third dun sa may gitna. Yung tier 1 na yan, dito sa access dun sa river, dun sa Little Wanderer, and by extension yung purple buff. Kaya naman itong TLPH, right after nilang mag-push dun sa may gitna, pinressure agad nila yung purple side ng ONIC Philippines, even committing yung kanilang AOG para lang i-zone out itong si King Kong at makuha yung purple buff na dapat mapupunta dito kay King Kong.
Forcing out that combo coming in from Kirk. 0-2-0 currently sa ating laro. Sanji makakatakas with a stolen Raging Sandstorm. 15 seconds bago lumabas ang unang Lord ng larong ito. Ang huling tatlong objectives ay secured ni Carl TZ. At makikita natin ang ating Infinix in-game equipment kung saan patungo na ata sa Brute Force Breastplate or Dominance Ice dito si Sanford. Meanwhile, para sa kanyang katapatan dito na si Kirk ay mukhang dalawang damage item pa lang kanyang na-build dito with the War Axe as well.
Yeah. And this will mean that TLPH can just slowly utilize yung mga items na yon para mag-poke dito sa ONIC. Katulad na ginagawa ngayon ni JP.
Tinatanggap lang talaga, hindi talaga nila mabigyan si Daddy JP. Sobrang kunat, may revitalize pa na available. Pero ngayon ay makikipagsabay at kamuntikan. Maagaw ng SOD ni Savero. Pero on point pa rin talaga ang retribution ni Carl TZ. And ngayon si Brusco ang mamamaalam at inahabol pa dito si Kirk. Pero si Sanford din naman ang mabibigyan. So that is gonna be a trade. Kaso nga lang may Lord na nasecure ang TLPH. At si Kirk naman dito ang mapagdidiskitahan ng tatlong miyembro ng Team Liquid Philippines. At mag-isa haharapin ni Savero yung Lord sa top side. Habang inahabol naman dito si King Kong. And when an outplay, matatakasan niya na ba si Dakot? Pero hindi! Team Liquid Philippines pa rin ang mananaig.
Super Friends still alive however. At mukhang ayaw itong tigilan ni Carl at ni Teddy. Sees him in the zero push. And that's a killing spree para dito sa clone ng Team Liquid. At makakauwi naman ata si Savero. Dedepensa ngayon ng ONIC Philippines. SOD commit. At papasukin!
Savero with a crucial SOD. Don't try and turn things around. And he will successfully kill the GOAT.
Unbelievable gameplay mula doon kay Savero. But you gotta take note that TLPH already out 3 members na ONIC dun sa may bottom lane. Savero umuwi with that recall. Sabay niligtas sang araw muli para sa ONIC Philippines. SOD landing. Tapos ang malupit pa doon, nakuha niya yung kill kay Carl at kay Teddy. 2 of the most important heroes to take down if you are the gold laner ng ONIC Philippines. Dahil dyan, naangat yung kanyang gold. Still, malayo pa nga habulin dito ng ONIC Philippines. Lamang pa rin naman ang TLPH. Pero in fact, itong Moscow ay activated na 11 minutes pa lang. This is already good para sa ONIC Philippines.
And looking at Savero, pinag-usapan natin sa panel natin kanina na isa siya sa talagang bumubuhat dito sa ONIC Philippines ngayon. A lot of doubts towards this Indonesian import sa simula ng Season 17 ng MPL. Maraming nagsabi na bababa ang kalidad ng gameplay ng ONIC Philippines. Pero ngayon, in this game number 3, very crucial na manalo dito ang ONIC para ma-deny ang match point dito sa Team Liquid Philippines na pagkapanalo ng serye, si Savero pa talaga ang nakikita nating bumubuhat.
100% win rate ang Cloud so far ngayon. Itong si Teddy. Wini-wish na natin na mga last pick yung Jason Shin para 100% versus 100% yung bakbakan. But this time, ONIC Philippines will go straight for this Moscow. Sinabi nga natin na make sense talaga na bumubuhat nga para dito sa ONIC Philippines. Ngayon, ano ang sagot ng TLPH sa mga split push? Kasi parang dalawa yung tagagilid ngayon ng ONIC Philippines. In fact, pwede pa nga maging tatlo. Isasama natin itong si King Kong, but that will not make so much sense. Parang kailangan gawin dito ng TLPH is mag-isip ng way paano ima-manage yung mga gumigilid sa ONIC.
Tsaka hindi na rin ata pwedeng gawin ng Team Liquid Philippines yung ginagawa nila kanina pa with Sanford. Yung bumababad yung Dragon doon sa likod dahil binoburst na rin agad ng ONIC Philippines ang Dragon ni Sanford the moment na lumalim siya. As we head on to the second Lord of the game, ang lahat ng ating mga objectives ay na-secure ng Team Liquid. Anong pwedeng gawin ng ONIC para ma-secure ang susunod?
Well, manage mo na yung long lane sa katulad ng ginawa dito ni Moscow, mag-split push at kumuha ng area outside of this Lord. At ginamit agad yung SOD.
Early
Oh, sisimulan na nga ng ONIC dito ang Lord. In terms of long lane, mukhang even ang top lane natin. Walang kailangan sumagot sa papalapit na wave na yon, pero mauuna ata ang ONIC na mag-setup.
Sila na nga magsa-start. Alam nila na wala yung SOD. Mapapa-atras naman ang members ng ONIC Philippines. Nagkaubusan na ng mga ultimate dito. Wala yung Phantom Steed, wala din yung Blazing Duet. Medyo malayo si Kirk dito sa mismong laban pero nagdanakaw siya ng purple buff. Sobrang tahimik lang ng ginagawang moves dito ni Kirk. Tapos sa side lane, opposite lane pa siya. And si Carl, naghahanap ng purple buff. Wala na siyang inabutan. So right now, magkakaroon ng slight advantage yung ONIC Philippines kung sabayang pagbigkas ang mangyayari. Pero Flicker ang gagamitin ni Super Friends upang makatakas doon sa initiation na ginawa ng Team Liquid Philippines.
Oh, no.
Lord Reset ang magaganap. Nakaangat lahat ng minion waves ng ONIC PH. Grabe yung pagpabalanse na kanilang ginagawa.
Dinaan na ata sa macro ng ONIC. Tapos nagpe-pressure pa sa taas si Kirk. May Lord na kailangan tignan. May top lane pa. Pero ang call ng Team Liquid Philippines ay labanan ang Super Family dito sa Lord.
Dalawang laban na magaganap at the same time. Dalawang XP laners sa magtatapatan sa may bandang itaas. Habang yung apat naman dito ay tuloy yung magiging laban. Lord Reset na naman na magaganap. Si Super Prince na naging target. What a beautiful Raging Sandstorm na magmumula kay Brusco. Blazing Duet gagamitin rin yung SOD na magmumula dito kay Savero sa likuran. At must to survive ng ONIC Philippines with a clean wipeout. Hindi magpapatalo ang ONIC Philippines in this golden rivalry.
20 seconds ang kailangan hintayin ng Team Liquid Philippines at may minions na ang Super Family.
Maaari na nila tapusin to. And ONIC Philippines will extend the series.
The golden rivalry continues. Napatagal na extend ng ONIC ang seryeng ito.